Hey Facebook, it's been a week. Did you miss me? I missed you. I didn't miss the weather we have in Wyoming right now, but I did miss you guys at Facebook. I'm back home. I made it back safely for the most part. There's a long story going into that. Plumbing outside the U.S. compared to plumbing inside the U.S. We're going to go into that here shortly. If you're watching live, type live. If you're watching replay, type it on replay. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. You'll get notifications about us coming on live. Lots of educational things here. Lots of things to inform you as the homeowner and to help you prepare your home for different situations when it comes to plumbing. Alright, so I recently had the opportunity to go to Jamaica. It was a wonderful trip for the most part. I learned that this 40-year-old body can't do what this 20-year-old mind thinks it can do. And I pushed it to the limits and went a little too far. That's why I'm sitting down, as you can see, in a chair today, because not walking too well. I tweaked some muscles in my back. May have re-injured my back surgery that I had 3 years ago. And because of it, I'm having sciatica issues. My nerves killing me pretty bad. And on the way back, I couldn't even walk. They had to push me in wheelchairs to get me back home. So it is what it is. That's the way life works. And we'll just move forward. This week was awesome. I got to see a lot of different things. Obviously, you know, the beautiful country of Jamaica, Yaman. Got to enjoy the people and the food and the culture. And I got to drive around and see a bunch of different beautiful aspects to Jamaica and how pretty it really is. One thing that I noticed, and I went with a bunch of plumbing buddies down there. We met as a group down there, and obviously we're going to talk shop. We're plumbers. And as we were sitting there visiting with each other, we were talking about the plumbing there in Jamaica. And to me, I was shocked when I got off the plane and I went into the bathroom to use the urinal. The urinal was at my belly button. I couldn't even reach the urinal. So I had to use the regular toilet. And this wasn't uncommon. This was a lot of different places. The urinals were really high. And I don't know if it's because the Jamaicans are tall, or if it's just because they don't have a code that they're running by, or what. But it wasn't just that building. And it didn't seem like they were at a certain height in every building. It almost seemed like one urinal might be higher than the other. One might be at my belly button. One might be down by where I could actually use it. Or one was up, you know, by my chest. There was a few of them that I had to use step stools to even go to the bathroom. And as I looked at things, and I just kind of, you know, as a plumber, you just have a tendency to look at things. We were sitting talking, and I was visiting with one of the guys, and I'm like, you know, I don't think the toilet's working right. And then I looked up at the top, and there was no venting for the toilets at all coming through the roof. And so I was like, maybe the reason the toilet's not working is because there's no vent. And I just realized how blessed we are to live in this wonderful country where we have codes that every urinal has to be at a certain height for ADA height urinals, and the other urinals have to be at a certain height for regular urinals, and the toilets have to be vented, and everything has to be done in a proper way. And it really made me reflect on how important it is to have a national code, because you got guys coming in and just throwing urinals wherever they wanted to put them on the wall. Wherever they lined it up, that's where the urinal went. And it didn't matter how high it was or how low it was. They just put it wherever they wanted to. And in the United States, we can't do that. We have to put a certain amount of urinals at ADA height, American Disability Act height. We have to put other urinals at regular height. And it has to be the same, consistent throughout the entire United States. And it doesn't matter if you're using the International Plumbing Code, which we use here in Wyoming, or if you're using the Uniform Plumbing Code. Those heights are standard. And it was amazing to me, some of the plumbing I saw in the place, and a lot of electrical issues that they had. I seen them running wire along the wall and then just putting like a TV cable cover on it. I mean, I saw a lot of primitive type of construction. And I realized that, you know, we're